That's right, folks. You already know because you clicked on the video. Welcome, welcome, my lovely connoisseurs of the culture. I am the voice you can't forget, the Incredible V, aka Vitamin DGR, and I have returned, as you can see highlighted clearly there by the lovely pirate icon of mine. I'm back in Raincoat. And even further, because you folks know, at least you got, okay, most of you guys have been watching my videos. You know that usually when I have the screen like this, that means we're going into some spoiler stuff. And normally I like to throw a warning out. And now I'm just making sure to keep track with that. I'm sticking, to the usual routes because I don't want people, jumping into this video being like, oh, this is what part is this? 27, 28? This is part 28. I don't want people clicking on this video and then be like, oh, dude, I was going to play this for myself. Oh, no, I spoiled myself. Ah, V, why didn't you warn me? That kind of thing. And I want everyone to have like a fun time. So, yeah, I'm just tossing this out right now. Let's see. Recap. Gosh, where do we begin? Well, okay, so last episode we finished our whole like sneaky stealth mission to gather more information in that laboratory, and Vivia came and helped out. Unfortunately, freaking Yomi exists, so that ended up being a problem. But I guess we have the clues. I'm still trying to like come to the thought of who's responsible because I still don't know who would be possible. But we need to figure out the whole reason how Dr. Huesca, and again, I'm just tossing this right now. Last chance. Spoiler warnings. Don't at me. Please, I'm trying to grow here. Please. But yes, someone murdered Dr. Huesca. We need to figure that out. And we ended up going to the Mystery Labyrinth, and that's where we're at right now. And I'm still kind of lost because I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong. It's throwing me in a bunch of loops, and I have no clue. But, I mean, I know enough that my theories are... Well, I don't know. I'm kind of still stumped here. I was told from other people that this would be a chapter that was really going to break me, and so far, it's definitely done a good job, so whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go back to the Mystery Labyrinth, and I just want to like take this moment to just level with you guys, like I usually do, especially because we're in this together at this point. We can't not beat this game, right? So we have to. So let's get ready. Get your thinking caps on. Grab your snacks. Don't worry. I know usually these streams make me hungry. I got myself a bag of Welch's fruit snacks. They are probably gonna tie me over for like 2 seconds, but we'll see. But all right, let's get to it. Oh yeah, I guess I should do the thing because I'm trying to grow here. If you lovely viewers love hearing the lovely sound of my voice, you wish to support me in my endeavors, or you're curious about the kind of guy I am, and maybe, just maybe, you also like these kinds of games and you want to support people that like the same things you do, I greatly appreciate any and all support you can give to me by, I don't know, maybe follow me on my Twitch, perhaps? Yeah, that's a good idea. You can follow me on Twitch with the handle of Vitamin DGR. You can even subscribe, skip those annoying ads that I know everyone keeps, going on about, and I need the ads for money. Well, I don't really need the ads, but I really want to survive here. Some of you guys might be watching this on YouTube, where you can find me at the same name and handle. You can like and share the video if you find any of this content enjoyable. And, I mean, heck, I think you would. You love the voice you can't forget. It's my thing. So, yeah, that's a whole me trying to do a self-esteem thing. All right, let's get to it. Let me just crank this bad boy up. Alright, so what did we do exactly last time? I remember there was like a bunch of choices these doors hit to try and like figure out like, oh, who's responsible? Like, was there a intruder? Did the doctor commit Sudoku? All these things, and I thought I was like right in every aspect, but I don't know, I'm still kind of stumped. Although I do remember we had Wall-E be one of the things. That was the stupid Shinigami puzzle thing. If it turns out that Wall-E is responsible, then it just goes to show Disney's evil. Which shouldn't be the case, right? Okay, we're going this way. Hopefully it's the correct route this time. Let's move it, Master. I'm just going for a loop here. Ooh. I don't like how that looks. That looks evil, doesn't it? Alright, here we go. I don't know if I want to go in that. That looks like the stuff in Super Mario Sunshine that Baby Bowser does. Actually, it'd be Bowser Jr. Like, you gotta get Flu to clean this up. Alright, here we go.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Amapao.
Correct.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How is it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but Since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
That means it has, like, I really hope it's not Wally. Whoa! Oh, okay. I didn't think I was supposed to move. I usually stay quiet so that way they talk, but guess I was supposed to move on. Whoa.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
One way to find out?
Huh? Doctor?
No, it's not the real one. The real one's Toast.
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you?
Oh, okay, it's playing back the moment.
Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yes, but how did... Oh, well, okay. Now, I was about to say, how did the Mystery Labyrinth access it? And then I forgot. Anything related to the case, it's gonna know, somehow.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, what?
The mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
Saying something about, like, what? How did you get it here? Ugh! Or whatever. Stop! Shinigami! Okay. Who are you was directed at who?
So the question is, who did the doctor say, who are you to?
You can help, right?
Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
Also, was one of the choices no one? Culprit feels too easy, doesn't it? Like, it feels like it'd be way too easy at this. Is it really Wally? No way.
There's a door here too. Bust through with your powers of deduction, Master.
But I have no clue. Why is it no one? Oh, like maybe the doc faked it? No, it kind of felt like it was responsible. Or like the culprit, but like they threw Amapal. This is dumb, but it wouldn't really be Amapal, would it? Like it can't be. It can't be.
At this point in time, you still hadn't borrowed Amapal.
Okay.
And Amapal itself has an alibi.
Okay.
However weird it may be to talk about a robot having an alibi. And normally, I don't believe anyone would shout out, "Who are you?" to a robot.
Okay, so I know some people are like, why'd you choose that, B? Because Amapal was the one that got through security, but I did kind of forget that Amapal was only used by me. I guess some lapse of judgment made me forget someone else didn't use Amapal except for me during that interval, so sure. I guess that was wrong of me. Okay, so it wasn't Amapal. So then it has to be the culprit, but culprit feels too easy, right? I don't, and now I'm thinking about no one. Like, I didn't even think about this aspect, but what if it was like a fake thing? What if it was just like a ruse just to get attention? But it's either one of two things, because I was wrong with the Amapal thing. It's either the culprit and it really was just the obvious choice, or there's something way more to this and that's why it's no one, because of the reasons I'm coming to. And I think I'm gonna choose no one for one specific reason. I don't know 100%, but this game so far has done a very brilliant and aggravating job of making me think this was the answer, and then something else I've overlooked is like, oh, well, this exists, so now it's making me think outside the box. It's never just one clear, straight path. It's all these going through hoops and playing all these bells and whistles and going through the scenic route to do it. So I'm wondering, if I choose no one, it's either gonna be one of two things. It's either the game is like, well, clearly, it must have been someone, V. You have to think about it more carefully. Or there's something I missed. So I'm gonna go with no one, and we'll see what happens. It really was no one? It was fake? It was a ruse?
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer?
Dude, you've gotta be kidding me.
Huh? So are you if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
Yeah, but I was still just kind of thinking it might have been the culprit, though.
And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
What was the doctor's motive?
Why would he say that if no one was there?
So it was a ruse.
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
Well, think of it like this, Shinigami, because now I'm starting to think about this, like, more carefully than, prior to. If we figure out the doc's motive, maybe it might connect to either how the doc got off, or who Think is, right?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind.
And I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but it has to have something to do with that photo. To bring people up to speed. Where's that key? There was the photo that, I'm spacing. The chief found in the houseplant thing. I think this is connected to it. So it has to be. Only one way to find out.
It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
I knew it. The game wouldn't just do one straight answer. It's never going to be 2 + 2 is 4. It's going to be 2 + 2 equals the reason why fish swim. Like, it's always going to do some craziness like that.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble.
Oops, I pressed A. Whatever. Well, we got to do it, so. You really plan on going forward? I mean, we have to. Otherwise, we're stuck here.
Is this really the right path? I got a bad feeling about this.
Kind of making a Desahiko face. Well, we have to do it, so... Can't... How do I... Oh, okay, it's automatic. Ah, if only Shinigami went ahead.
So,
Never mind, I'm just
Master,
kidding.
do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
Yeah, it was a ruse.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why.
Either.
We have
Yeah,
to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
but it has to be... I really feel like that photo's connect... Is that a skull? Wait, are we going to a fight? I see the silhouette in the background. Ah, flip me running. Freaking Mystery Yomi mode. Dude sucks.
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, he said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
Why are you so quick to give up? Snap out of it.
We can't do that!
Otherwise, we're dead.
If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
Besides, you're not the one using the solution blade, kicking some serious tail and being cool.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Whatever, let's do this. I'm motivated for this, man, because I can't stand Yomi. I really can't. Alright, let's see what we got. Hold it. Let's see. The doctor's notes. A notebook found on the doctor's desk that has diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Photo. A photo of a young man and woman. Let's see. The doctor's email records. The email records of Dr. Huesca and Anonymous. There was regular communication between them until just recently. According to the records, Dr. Huesca was planning to escape Kanai Ward. That also might be important too. Well, let's see. Electrical room eyewitness. Right after the blackout, a researcher witnessed a dark silhouette pass through the shadows. Researcher claims it must have been the hitman. Alright, well, we'll just stick with Doctor's notes and we'll see what we got.
This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act.
Major income wasn't an act.
There was no
could've-
reason to put on a show.
There was no reason to put on... Oh, wait, that
The
wasn't red.
doctor misunderstood.
Ah, I timed that bad. Doctor misunderstood.
You probably don't know this. Wesker
Oh,
put his soul
okay.
into
That
his
was
work.
a weird
The
direction.
research was going well.
Research was going well. Wait, why'd I dub?
The
Why'd I
doctor
jump?
was loyal to Amaterasu.
Doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
There's no way he'd betray us.
Gotta do better than that. Those diagonal words got me, though.
When you think about it, Dr. Wesker had no reason to pretend.
But
He had to be pretending. That's the only way this makes any sense. Ooh, excuse me.
So why would he do that?
I'm sure you had good reason. I just need to find evidence proving it. Okay. Sorry, I just need one more time. What are the
This
right
was
words?
all part of the doctor's plan. He didn't
Okay,
have a
not that.
plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act.
Change in the intercom wasn't an act. Notebook found Doctor's desk. Diagrams, no. Over young man and woman, no. No records to Dr. Wesker anonymous. There was regular communication between them until just recently. Wait. Change in the intercom. No, that doesn't seem right. I don't think that applies to any of these. No, I don't think it's either of these. Which means I don't
There
think
was
that's
no
right.
reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood.
Doctor misunderstood. I don't think that's right
You
either.
probably don't know this. Wesker
Oh,
put
why
his
did I
soul
do
into
that?
his work. The research was going well.
Research was going well.
The doctor was
Research was going well. Whoa! Thank you for the raid, Logan Robo. How have you been? Oh, get out of here, Bayo. You can't do this. You can't watch this. Oh, thank you for the raid. But Bayo, you can't watch this because I know you want to play this game. And so I'm kicking you out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being not mean on purpose.
loyal to Amaterasu.
Wait, the doctor was loyal to Amaterasu. Hope everyone's doing well this lovely day/night, depending on when you're watching this. Sorry, I'm stuck in this figuring out battle. Doctor was loyal to Amaterasu. Loyal young man, woman, no. Hope stream's going well too. So far I can't complain. I mean, I just started, but I can't complain. Let's see. You know, records of Dr. Wesker and Anonymous. There's regular communication between them. Wait. Dr. Wesker wanted to leave. I think it's this. Because he said it was loyal. It's gotta be this. He's been trying to get out of there for a while. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry about that, Chad. How's everyone doing this lovely day/night? Apologize. Stuck in focus mode.
the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little.
Hey, watch language. Family friendly. Wait, that's it? You just did one fight and bolted? Ugh, what a coward. Okay, so we know that, but I already kind of figured that, though, now that I'm thinking about it in retrospect. Where
Yomi's
am I now?
rebuttal. What was that?
Is Yomi able to do a family-friendly stream? Far from it. Especially what happened a couple episodes ago. I feel like if anyone wanted to play this game and they were doing it family-friendly, you would have to completely censor every bit of Yomi possible. Otherwise, you're never doing a family-friendly thing, ever.
What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
I don't
It
know.
seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu, and whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
What if it was because he smelled kind of funny? What? Just think about it. Sometimes you want to lock yourself away from people that smell bad. There's a reason why soap and deodorant exists. Are you saying that's the idea, or are you just throwing a random clue out there? Who knows?
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
Nice video impression. I wish I was as good as Alex Lee. He's just so god tier. I mean, I could talk like this, and it's possible, but I can't do it as well as Mr. Lee can. I am grateful for the compliment, though. Thank you. Wait, what were we talking about? Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, now what? Mystery dungeon. Oh. 3 doors again?
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
A cheating gum. Ugh. How did the doctor plan to escape Kanai Ward?
Which means this is a complex problem.
Oh, great.
We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
I would help you, but the sun is in my eyes, and it makes it a bit hard to focus.
As always.
Oh, nice excuse you have there, buddy. Okay, let's see what we got here. Right around, but I'm gonna make post-stream food. That's switch to lurk mode. No, I'm still grateful though. Like, thank you. I really do appreciate. I am trying my best to handle this, but thank you, Logan. I'm so grateful. Activate lurk mode. Try not to get emotionally destroyed by the chapter. Oh, it's unfortunately already happened. I'll just try my best to survive, I suppose.
I'll leave this part to you, Yuma.
Like you've done everything else to me so far, Vivia. In fact, I don't think you've really helped me one bit so far.
Oh,
When in doubt, start by thinking about the door first. Then you can find the right solution key.
Okay, so what do we got? We got terrorist bombing, blackout, and swapping places. Swapping places? With what? Blackout, terrorist bombing. Wait. Okay, let's think this out. I don't think it's blackout. Because the same reasons as last episode. Last episode, they established that there was another generator that runs the doctor's lab. So I don't think blackout is right. Which means terrorist bombing or swapping places. Now, I can't exactly think of it, but I feel like it might be swapping places because have we established anything remotely close to a bomb? I don't think we have. Oh, let's just run through the keys real quick. I don't think there was anything in our keys that talked remotely close to a bomb. But at the same time, I can't think of a swapping places thing. Well, we gotta think of it like this. I think the mentality we need to have is the doctor clearly wanted to get out of this place. He can't use the blackout strategy because it has its own different generator. So let's just screw the middle door. Now, the doctor could do either of these two things, but we gotta think of it like this. Amaterasu is such a big deal. Like, it's the heart of this city. I feel like doing a terrorist bombing wasn't gonna work. I mean, heck yeah, it got a lot of attention back last chapter, but to go for Amaterasu, I feel would be folly. But now, saying no and no makes me think of how it could be swapping places. Well, let's just humor the idea. Oh, does it have the keys? Oh, it's the same keys. Oh, okay, that makes this easier. Let's see. Airlock decontamination device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber. The lid is barred, but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close. No. There are 3 stab wounds at Dr. Huesca's back. One of them still has a knife stuck in it, but no other injuries. This appears to be the cause of death. Let's see. A notebook found on the doctor's desk. It has diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this will cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. What was the doctor trying to... Wait a minute. Wait. I just had a thought. If he... Oh, I just thought of something. What if he got a random body and doused it with sulfuric acid, but left, like, parts of himself there, like, I don't know, like a key card or, like, specks of his hair or something? Yeah, the body would be more or less unrecognizable, but with the pieces remaining, we could think it's the doctor. Oh, then he could be doing the swapping places thing. He could grab a random body, covered in or douse it in sulfuric acid, and then because we discovered a dead body, everybody would be like, oh, well, I mean, I guess it's the doctor's gone. Whoop-de-doo. But that would give the doctor free right to just be like, oh, well, I mean, I guess I'm quote-unquote dead. That means I'm allowed to be free. I think it makes a lot more sense thinking of it like that than the lab map or the airlock, because I don't know how either of these keys can connect to a blackout or terrorist bombing, so it has to be this, right? See what I mean? Like, this game makes you think.
Oh, the door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
And not because I was feeling lazy or anything. I got a feeling you can do it.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure. Let me do all the work.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
That's so the doctor did that just to make people think he was gone, just so we could get out of it. So is the doctor... No, the doctor's gone though, right? Where the heck are we now?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
I realize I'm tapping my forehead and looking at the screen because for some dumb reason I think I have a webcam, even though I'm one of those like just hearing my voice kind of streamers and content creators. So I don't know why, but I just kind of did the whole like the meme where the guy like tapped his forehead, being like, I'm smart. And then I realized there's no one watching me physically, so I guess that's a little embarrassing.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid?
I know. Quite despicable and grotesque. Wouldn't you agree?
He's so cool and grotesque!
Oh, never mind. I forgot it's Shinigami. Hold it together, Yuma.
So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape.
This is wild, but I can't think of him not being wrong, or about him being wrong on this aspect. If he gets the hitman to come in and try to assassinate him, but the doc is able to beat him, no, there's no way. That fool old man can't do it.
When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
I suppose, but I just figured that was...
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up?
But I was kind of figured that was like a whole like, yeah, you can't get me, nana boo boo. I didn't think it was something like that.
Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
I don't want to think this thought, but with sulfuric acid... Well, no. It can't work for Yuma. I wouldn't be tall enough. I assume. I hope.
He was trying to lure Master?
But if we were to attain that thought, he gets me with sulfuric acid, puts like a lab coat or some stuff on. I guess theoretically they could think it was me, or I was the doc.
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system.
Yeah.
And thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out?
Feel like that was a call out to me, but whatever.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence.
Oh, that's
He
too high.
needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
How confident are you? Like, on a scale of like 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, like how confident are you?
Maybe 5.
You purposely chose the half number? Like, you could have chose anything else. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Vivia, hold still. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
I don't like looking at people in the eyes. It makes me antsy.
Will you just let me turn around and let me talk to you?
No.
Actually, before I goof off with this, I should probably save. Anyone want to like get Mr. Lee's number and be like, hey, so my name's V. I know you probably don't get this a lot, but would you be willing to have an understudy? Hello? Hello? Are you there, Mr. Lee? No? Okay, well, I tried. Let's see. Where should I save? Doesn't matter to me, man. I'll just save here. Alright, let's go.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab...
We would have been cooked. In more ways than one. I mean, if for some miracle the toxic gas... Well, no, we would have gone by the toxic gas.
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
I don't like the fact that you're doing that motion with your fingers. Like, at all, Shinigami. Also, a super sexy skeleton?
Aw, so close.
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
Right.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange.
So, now I'm thinking, when did the culprit get in there? Because I had Amapel enter it. Oh, you know what? I bet because I just thought about it. The little like shoe print thing on my head, right? Like, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's literally the key too. Like he must have been riding on Amapel and then kicked off and did the deed somehow. I mean, it has to be because where else would the shoe print be? Because it was completely fine before we entered the whole like 36 chambers of death. So, who the flip is the person though?
So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
It had to have been when I did, or at least a little bit before I did, right? Because there was no way he could have gone either way because I was the only one. Oh gosh, that's bright. Amapel was the only one that went through the security system. What the heck? Oh, this is new.
Where are we?
We turned into like a puppet theater. No, what are those like cardboard theaters that some parents do? I don't remember this happening at all to me, but I know I've seen on TV. Like they have those little like cardboard cutout theaters, and they usually have a parent or something underneath like this big old box of the TV, and they usually have like stick puppets and, you know, sock puppets or whatever. It looks like one of those things where it's like, all right, kids, let's get ready for Master Detective Archives, where we'll find out who murdered the person today. Yay! Or just, you know, something twisted like that.
This place is a real mystery.
Funny.
Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
What? Where'd she go?
Yeah, Master, this looks like an important turning point. So, is that your final answer?
What?
I haven't said anything yet!
Ah! The culprit entered the lab before Amapel.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death.
Don't say this game isn't artsy. I love it.
Mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
What are the choices? Oh, the culprit entered the lab before Amapel. So before we got in there. Yeah, it had to be. The shoe print on it, right? Like, there was no way it could have been, because by the time we saw... by the time Amapel... I keep saying Amapel, because my brain keeps trying to, like, correct it to Wally, even though I know that's not right. But screw it. By the time Wally went inside there, Dr. Wesker was done with, like, 3 stab wounds on there. So it had to have been before, right?
When I directed Amapel to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him.
Yeah.
Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer?
Right? Right? Oh, I hated that. That took way too long.
Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
Benz, what's the prize? A sweet, lovely death by yours truly. I think I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Are we gonna look like this for the remainder of the... No, I guess not. Let's say we're gonna look like this. Nope, back to normal. That was fun while it lasted.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet.
Or who?
It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master.
Yeah.
The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapal. She said no one entered or left the lab.
Yeah, I don't think Fubuki would be wrong about that. Unless the culprit was inside that chamber for Lord knows how long. Whoa. Oh, okay. What the heck? Oh, alright. Man, seriously? I want more games to do this. Like this kind of Inception-esque kind of thing. I love it. Oh, we're back here. Oh, okay.
Huh? We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
Worth a shot.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
Are you just saying that with the hopes that I give up and we, you know, just call it quits and try to go home?
I would be lying if I said no.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Why are you so adamant on this? Like, you're giving me a chance here, or you already gave me this whole, like, chance thing when you threatened me an episode or two ago. Why are you now all of a sudden naysaying? Like, support me. Oh, Sheenie, okay. Where was the culprit before the crime?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
Okay.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too.
Oh, that's kind of like in the Etheria Girls Academy one. We figured out the routes, and it kind of led to who was possible to do it.
Do you know where, Yuma?
What are my choices? Bot selection? Oh, okay. What? Okay. I at least know that this has to be the entrance. I'm assuming this is the entrance. And this is the Doc's lab. So, what do we got? We got the main entrance. We got the ventilation hallway thingy. This must be the toxic gas chambers, and this must be the panels. So the question is, where was the culprit? I don't think there was any hiding places that the culprit could be in that the doctor wouldn't notice. Otherwise, this would have been done way earlier ago. So I don't think it's the doctor's lab, unless there's something I missed. But I'm pretty sure they said like a bunch of things about like how it wasn't that. I can't access my keys, so I just gotta think this out. And Fubuki was in here. I'm certain if the culprit was in here, Fubuki would have found out something or rewound time or whatever. We would have known about that. Which means it's either the ventilation hallway, the toxic gas chamber, which I don't think is possible, or the electric panel thing. I'm kind of thinking it's this because didn't we establish earlier that there was like room for the culprit to hide in here? I don't think there's possible for it to be in the panels or the toxic gas chamber. It really is either just the hallway or the doc's lab, and the hallway makes the most, the ventilation hallway makes the most sense to me, so it has to be this, right? That's the only place where a body could hide safely.
Culprit must have been here.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yay! It opened!
I mean, to be fair, we already kind of established that last episode that it had panels, or the little, like, the ventilation fans. You couldn't go through them, but it was room enough that a body could be in there. Though I'm trying to figure out how long the body was in there, though. That's the other issue.
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside.
Right.
But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system.
That, and it's the only place where a body can be in there without suffering either poison death or electric death or anything else, really.
There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Which, now that I think about that, would mean if the culprit was in the hallway, was there a moment where I can't remember, but I'm having the thought, like, what if the culprit hopped out of the chamber or hopped out of the decontamination area, hopped on top of Wally and went along for the ride? Because that would explain the shoe print, but now I'm thinking to myself, that meant that he would have been in there when the toxic gas kicked in, that every time we got electrocuted. Wait, no, the electrocution technically didn't happen because we rewound time. Well, then how the heck did he survive through the toxic gas chamber? Oh, I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
Another mystery solved. I guess you're just a goody-goody after all, Yuma.
But that's nothing to do with it. I'm trying to figure this out. They attacked the chief, man.
No, I was there too.
By the way,
Right, you went inside the decontamination device to check it out. Nice memory. Yeah, like, that's still kind of in my mind, because that was just, like, kind of wild. But my problem is, I can understand the electric thing. Because if he went along for the ride with us, then every time we got fried, we ran out of time. And obviously he's not part of it, so he would have been just fine. But the toxic gas chamber is what I don't understand. How did he get past the toxic gas chamber?
but I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
Right. What the?
And
Whoa.
from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab.
What is that up top there?
So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How
What is
would
that?
that be possible?
Cards?
Only
Paper? Books?
Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Is the labyrinth breaking up as I'm going in?
Maybe
Whoa.
the culprit used another Amapal unit.
What the heck is going on?
The researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Yeah, he's obsessed
Which
with it.
means
Sexually.
the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
Right.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it?
They had to have written on
There's no
top.
solving the doctor's murder
The
until we
footprint,
figure
right?
that out.
Well,
Whoa.
I have an idea.
Still going.
Will you hear me out?
What is it?
What now, Vivia?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Vivia,
Nope, motion denied.
I'm going. I'm not letting control of the go of the control until the game makes me. Here again?
Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
This is getting annoying. Especially when you cut me every time. Ugh! How did the culprit use Wally?
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
Why is neither bigger than the others? Oh, probably because it's just one word. And why are you so obsessed with, like...
Then,
If you don't know, you could always give up. No? Well, I tried.
But you tried earlier with the threat. Whatever. I have a feeling we're getting close to the heart of the mystery. I just got no idea what it is. At least you're honest. Okay. Did he use Wally as a weapon, as a shield, or neither? Well, clearly not as a weapon, because there's no way Amapal's arms would go fast enough. Yeah, it could go deep enough, giggity, but it can't go fast enough to, like, do some serious damage before the doc will be like, oh, well, you're gonna walk out of the way. It could have been used as a shield to protect. Like, you know, I kind of figured it was more like as like a vehicle. But I mean, I could see it as a shield. Well, wait, actually, hold on. That depends. How are they taking it as a shield? The way I'm taking it as a shield is in like a means of protection against like certain obstacles. But that would only wait. Would that work as a shield though? It's not a weapon. I know it's not a weapon, but would it be a shield? Because my mentality was thinking like, oh, it's used to protect against the elements that's trying to, like, you know, off the culprit. But did it really protect him? I mean, it more or less kind of guided him there. Oh, I guess it did technically protect. It's either as a shield or as like a vehicle or something, because it was used to guide and protect the culprit from some of the obstacles. But it's got to be either this or neither, right? Okay, I think I was right.
Huh? What do you mean, use Amapal as a shield?
Amapal is supposed to be sturdy enough to withstand an elephant stepping on it, right?
Yeah,
The culprit may have used Amapal as a shield against the security system.
right.
so the culprit followed behind Amapal to avoid the toxic gas and explosions?
I get it!
Wait.
You're so smart, Master!
Yeah, that,
Really? I don't think so.
well, so,
Hey! Master just showed off how smart and logical he is.
well, I thought he was like, uh-oh. Whoa! Ah, flip!
Master wasn't smart after all!
But you have a back!
Take it from the top!
Toxic gas can be bypassed with Amapal. Yes.
It's gonna crush us!
We wouldn't. It was bypassed with Amapal. Amapal could go through. Wait, are they talking about they used Amapal to bypass it? Oh. No.
Yeah, even if Amapal itself is fine,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be able
whoops.
to protect the culprit from the toxic gas.
I took that the other way. I took it as in like, oh, Amapal alone. I wasn't thinking about the culprit. The high voltage shocks will be bypassed with Amapal. Yeah, I gotta think. It's not Amapal,
Even
the
though
culprit.
Amapal is sturdy, it couldn't withstand the high
And
voltage
plus,
shock
yeah, it could
from
get
the
fried.
final chamber.
Which it did a bunch of times before. Wait, what did that say? Wait, what? Wait, back
Which
here?
means it'd be impossible to use Amapal to protect yourself.
Yeah, I didn't.
You're only realizing this now. At this rate, you'll be a grandpa before you stop being a rookie.
Perhaps you will improve in the next life.
Wow, nice support from you two. Man, I miss Fubuki. And to a degree, Jessahiko and Halara. But mostly Fubuki, because
I'm trying my best
Sucks.
in this life.
they help me out here. Okay, so then it has to be neither of those, because there's no way they could use, they can't use Amapal as a weapon. My mentality was, I thought it was, like, guiding it, but I guess I should have stuck with my gut. So then it can't be either of them. Because there's no way Amapal could be used as a weapon. That thing's stumpy as flip.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Well, it's not a weapon or a shield.
Given the process of elimination, that must be it.
Yeah.
Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon. And
Well,
the
duh.
culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
I'll also admit I did kind of forget about the voltage shocks. It wasn't going to be strong enough to withstand that.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
Oh, it's like a car or ride or something.
We'll find out if we continue down this path.
There's the footprint on his head. No!
Huh? That was the wrong answer? Come on, Master!
Dude, I don't know anymore. But there's no other answer. Now back here? I hate this mystery.
Huh? We're...
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
Ugh.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Stop. Whatever. Where was the culprit before the crime?
Huh?
What?
Then the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
This better be scripted.
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
Right.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
I mean, what other answer is there? It's the only way the culprit could be there.
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
I'm not useless. I'm trying to figure this out. No, you guys could be a bit more helpful.
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapal?
Right.
With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
Man, I'm jealous. I'm just
The
kidding.
culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right?
Right.
At that moment, only the culprit and Amapal were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapal?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them.
Right.
Did
Okay.
you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapal sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Yeah.
Whoa, what was that?
Did
Oh.
it break already?
Oh, yeah, that did
I thought
happen.
it was state of the art.
No,
forgot about that.
It's alright. It's stabilized.
Wait a minute. What if...
There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapal.
I totally forgot about that. But does that prove my theory that he hopped out of the lock and just rode on Amapal? Like, the way?
It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
Well, to be fair, I kind of came to that decision my own self. Whatever, man.
That was
You
a
viewers
clue
knew.
to
You-
help
you-
solve this mystery?
You witness proof. I came to this thought process before the game was like, hey, so what if they used it as like a car or a vehicle or what, like transportation or something?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Welcome, welcome, Stardust Stream.
Anything else? It's not like Amapal's camera showed the culprit.
Why is she goth now? Why is she not? Are you kidding? A black outfit like that is awesome.
Wait, that's it!
The crown is what does it most for me.
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera?
That is a good question. Wait, why didn't it pop up?
If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
This starts another bad V. I'm not complaining, just a different color of outfit. No, there's nothing to complain about this. Crown is too much? No, the crown is what does it the most for me. Not her physical appearance, not her dress, but the crown. I'm attracted to people that wear crowns. Just saying.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera.
The crown is the
How
sexiest
did
thing.
the culprit manage to pull that off?
Which is not, I hope no one twists my words and be like, oh, so that means that you're... I know one of my friends is obsessed with the idea that I'm like crazy for Fubuki, but bet money that they're gonna watch this video and they're like, oh, I got it. That means you're giving up Fubuki for Shinigami. See, you are into the crazy types. If that's the case, no, I'm not into the crazy types. Even though Shinigami's hot as F, I'm just saying, crowns are hot. What do you want from me? Anybody wearing a crown is attractive. Well, actually, I don't know how comfortable I am with those words.
How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapal's camera?
hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
You just need to connect the pieces together.
Or something like that, right? I bet he's gonna say something like that.
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
And what's the answer?
You give up.
What?
It's simple. You no longer have to think about any of the mysteries. You give up. Everything will be just that much easier. Think about how less stress you'll have in your life. You'll be able to be happy. Maybe get a girlfriend. Maybe go see a movie. Maybe go see Deadpool and Wolverine when it comes out.
But it's not out yet. Though the trailer did just come out recently.
Well, you could do that instead of solving this mystery.
Or I could solve the mystery and hopefully by the time I finish, Deadpool and Wolverine will come out. So I'm looking forward to that movie.
Whatever.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Nah, it's all good. It's what I do for a living. What? Oh! How did the culprit use Amapal? Why did the culprit appear on camera?
Mystery after another!
Did you cut me that many times? What caused Amapal's malfunction in the airlock?
What did you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
There's not plenty of time.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Thanks.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage.
Okay.
Its malfunction.
Okay.
Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with.
So it's all
just
connected to one thing?
Answer?
Where's the culprit before the crown? Inside Amapal, behind Amapal, on top of Amapal's head. Yeah, it was on the head. It had to be. As a playmate, as a weapon, as transportation. Yeah, because the shoe print on the head. What caused Amapal's malfunction in the airlock? Dead battery, culprit jumped on it, culprit struck it. Probably landing on it with the shoe print. Wait, whoop, wrong button. X. Why did the culprit appear on camera? They were top of the head, they were inside Amapal, camera failure. Oh, right, the head can't go that high.
Got it!
Yeah, the head was stumpy.
Culprit rode on Amapal's head.
Yeah.
Using it as a method of transportation.
Nice front flip. It all was solved with one answer. On the head.
The door opened!
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Why are you naysaying? I'm trying to figure this out.
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Especially because I was proven right. Granted, I didn't have the better reason, but I was right. That's what matters most, chat. Why are you looking at me like that?
Do you ever wonder why your hair looks like that?
What?
Let's think about it. Your hair. Why do you have that one strand of your hair sticking like that? Don't you find it rather odd?
No, not really. Why do you care so much?
No particular reason.
I'm kind of curious though. Why does it matter to you?
No particular reason at all.
Yeah, okay, sure. Alright, let's get this done.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal. What did you mean by that?
Like, it landed on top.
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapal and used it to get through.
I clipped something. I saw a clip that says B is into crowns. What did you clip, Star? Ah! Oh, you scared me.
After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device.
Right.
Then they jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
Okay.
That's insane.
In the membrane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
Or someone riding it. Like that twisted, perverted doctor. We all know it. Don't judge me saying that I'm the weird one. You could go back to that episode. That doctor's got a robot fetish or something. I don't know. It's just, ugh.
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it.
He's one of those guys that was like, you know, I really kind of like those kinds of robots. You know, Bender, Wally, XJ9. I just kind of thought I'd do something a little bit specific for me, you know, to solve my fantasies. And we're just like, I think it's time for me to go anywhere else. I'll see you later.
It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab.
BRB, no worries. Take your time, Star.
By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
Right. But that makes me think. The culprit... Then that proves my thought. The culprit rode the whole way. If I could just figure out the toxic gas chamber part. If he had something on him, I'd understand. The thing that gets me confused is that. Because the electric panel probably got fried along with us and we just kept rewinding time, so technically it didn't happen to him in a way. But how did he get past the toxic gas chamber? I need to figure that out.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
And that is...
How are you going to convince all the people watching this video to subscribe and follow both of your channels?
That's a good question.
Exactly. All these people watching this video, listening to your impressions, there's no guarantee they'll actually subscribe, let alone like the video. You have to do what other content creators do. It'll be the only way to get them to subscribe and stay with you further, aka retain a high retention rate.
So, that's a good point, but do you have any clues for that? Anything I can do to, like, convince people to stay and like and subscribe my videos and, you know, follow me for longer?
I do.
Oh, what do you have?
But that's not for me to say.
What?
You need to figure out for yourself. After all, detective's greatest asset, their greatest ally, is their own mind. You cannot rely on others. You have to do it yourself.
Well, okay, I get that, but I mean, I could use some help.
Well, you're not getting it from me. I don't really care enough to.
But Vivia!
No, not Vivia. You'd be.
Thanks. Ugh, figured it out myself. I've done it this long. I guess I can figure it out later. What are you ending about?
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery?
The toxic gas chamber. Toxic gas chamber. Or the culprit. I don't know. Either of those things. Welcome back, Star. Not again! Wait, the panels?
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
Well, clearly, I guess we're just glossing over it, so... The only thought I can have for the toxic gas chamber is maybe he had some sort of suit, but... how his ankle's not messed up from those falls? Because Yuma has the power of plot. Everyone knows with some good plot, anything could be possible. I know, DGR 2024. Stop, Shinigami, please. When did the culprit get off Amapal? Watch how you phrase that, please.
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Then what were you envisioning?
No need to worry about that.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Alright. What are my choices? When did the culprit get off
It's
Amapal?
me.
When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us?
While opening the door. Before opening the door. When going through the door. I mean, it could have been before, because then he would have popped on the camera. Oh, you know what? It's while we were opening the door. Because it took a minute for us to do it, and there was that weird thing that happened, and our vision was kind of like stunted. We couldn't move for a while. It had to be this. That's literally the only other way, because Amapal can't move when you have the armor retracted.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapal entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapal at some point.
Enough time to grab a bag of chips and call it a day.
It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Right, and I know they're probably going to talk about it, but just to show that I also pay attention and I'm kind of smart, or at least I pay attention to this game, is we were told by that perverted robot fetish doctor guy that when Amapal does an action with the arm, none of his other actions can register. If he has that arm out, ain't nothing happening. So that was probably good enough time for him to just hop out, go into the thing, go, and then... Well, then where did the culprit go then, actually?
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Whee!
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Oh, stop. It's okay, mate. Oh no, I see the skull thing. Ugh, you know what? Whatever. I hate Yomi. Let's do this. I saw the silhouette of the skull in the background. Yep. Thought you didn't mind that, V?
We still haven't reached the goal.
Well,
I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
at risk of my words being turned against me, I guess I don't mind if a girl as attractive as Shinigami has a chain around my neck, but I'm just saying, I'm not really into that. It is kind of a turn on. I don't know, people with power. You know what? We're not talking about this. It's the crown. Again, it's the crown. It's the crown. Chat, don't at me. Don't cancel me. It's the crown. Think about it. Isn't power attractive? Like, I don't, just look at the crown. Sorry, I started to have like a fantasy.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Well, by the time I'm done with you, you'll be full of holes. Get the hell out of here.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
With pleasure.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
Please tell me he's the... I hope he's the bad guy. Tired of this fool. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we got a bunch. Okay, hold it. Let's see what we got here. Fubuki's Forte. Fubuki's Forte can turn back time. It was used while controlling Amapal. Let's see. Ghost form traits. Ghost form traits is heard from Vivia. There are several limitations. Vent in Critical Lab. There's a tiny vent in the Critical Lab, but the cover is fixed in place and not large enough for a person to pass through. Amapal's design. Amapal is sturdy and has many features. The end of its arms are ball-shaped. Giggity. While extending or retracting an arm, controls for the camera and body do not function. Interesting. Star says, you make me think of Morgana getting the first treasure. That was a Kamoshida's. That was a crown. Well, the difference between me and Morgana is I don't think I'm pathetic as Morgana. Well, I shouldn't be saying like I am. Like, I'm attracted to a person with power more than the crown itself. Morgana is just anything that's remotely close to treasure. It's like, ooh, treasure, you know? That's a whole different can of worms there. Alright, well, as usual, let's just stick the key and see what happens. What do you got for me? Bring it. Oh, I timed that so badly. I suck. Morgana's not pathetic.
Think about it.
I didn't pay attention. Oh, I'm not paying attention.
Line of sight changed just a bit. The camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky.
Oh, must be pretty lucky.
What? Did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
I don't think it was those. If Amapal's camera had been running, we would have seen the culprit. Obviously, it didn't happen, but would they really have used such a risky method to break in?
No.
Was Amapal's camera even working? That might be the first thing you need to confirm.
For now.
Does something seem off to you, Master? Let's check the solution keys. I'm thinking they're talking about Amapal, so I'm gonna guess that this is the key I need. I just need to find the right statement.
The
Sorry, give me a second.
Amapal as the door opened.
Why am I so bad at timing that? Oh, it sucks.
That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist.
Impossible for Fink the Slaughter Artist. No.
Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Amapal's line of
the
sight changes
camera
a
would
bit.
have caught it.
Wait. Damn it. That's it. That's the one. If Amapal's angle, like, changed a bit, or what did it say? If Amapal's line of sight changed a bit, there's no way it could, because when I move the arm, flip. Okay, I gotta go through it. I'll just fast forward.
No one would do
Something
Oh,
so
I thought I
risky.
could.
The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky.
I forgot about
Did they use
that.
some sort of special power?
Something about fast forwarding is funny. Okay, but I know what the right one is. I gotta use...
For now.
I'm on the right key. It's the line of sight one.
Hopped off Amapal as the door opened.
I keep sucking at that. Why am I not good at that timing? I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel like that's way
impossible, even for
past
Fink
me.
the Slaughter Artist. Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed
That.
just a bit,
Flash through this mystery.
Alan and the Chipmunks? Yeah. Oh, the fast forwarding thing? Yeah.
Amapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
Ugh, just go away. Oh, thank you. Mystery form or normal form. I can't stand this dude. He's as appealing as if you sit on a park bench and gum is like, you find gum on your pant leg. On your pants.
So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening.
He's about as appealing as you going to the dentist to get, like, some teeth work done. He's about as appealing as a rotten banana peel, a greasy black peel, according to the Grinch. I don't know. Whatever gross things you could think of, that's about as appealing as Yomi is.
That's when the culprit took their chance.
Oh.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates.
Right.
That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they enter the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
Which is quite a few people. Like that gross guy that likes robots.
I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway.
Wait, it's kind of cool though.
Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display? A room of nightmares?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
How much would it have to pay you to, like, read a mystery novel, like, not even a mystery novel, like a nighttime lullaby?
You don't have enough money. I know you owe Halara a lot.
You're really going?
Yes, I'm going. Stop asking me. Wow, you're really annoying.
Hey, Yuma.
What now?
When the culprit entered the doctor's room where the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
Because he was thinking about Fubuki. I mean, to be fair, everyone thinks about Fubuki gets distracted. No, I don't know.
So what
good
if
question.
he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
Which means he... Now I'm actually
That piece of trash is right.
Ugh.
Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my
What if he is?
incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
Dude, family friendly. You're the reason why I'm not going to be able to eventually get monetized for these videos. You know that, right? Like, come on, man. Yomi, I'm trying to get a good sub count. I'm trying to get to the point where people will like these videos, where kids can be like, oh yeah, I want to watch a Bible DGR video. And then they hear Yomi going off and like, Mom says I can't watch Master Detective Archives anymore because of some person named Yami. Apparently Yami's really bad. First, I'd be like, it's Yomi. And secondly, sorry kids, I didn't think Yomi would be saying these things. Well, I mean, hey, you come to my videos, you get it raw, so that's all I really got. We're doing another fight. Yep, I see the silhouette in the background. What is this, 4? Like, geez Louise, we're doing this. But I know some of you younger ones probably watching this, like, all you guys watch this are, like, mature enough to handle it, because you hear this dude going off and you're okay with it, so... Alright, here we go. Give me my keys, let's do this. Where the frick are my keys? Wait, where are my keys? Oh, it's the repel thing again.
It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
I mean, it was from behind. Oh, that was it. I bet that was it. Because it was at his back. Look at clips tonight? Don't, Star. There should be a contradiction somewhere. You gotta find it and repel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it was one of those. It doesn't usually, like, I gotta pay attention. Dude, you wanna help?
Damn it!
Not helping enough. Oh, wait, that's not pink.
Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor
Ow.
could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
Ah, dang it, I timed it bad. I gotta time it better. Alright, V, you're slacking off too much. Okay, but I know what it is. It's that one.
Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies.
By your logic,
Even if the doctor could be
stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
Gotta time it just right. There.
Plane doesn't hold up.
I do it as soon as it's on me.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
Yeah, he had 3 nice marks on it too.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Bring it. Oh, I got my keys. Oh, there's 5. Alright, here we go.
The culprit.
Alright, let's see what we got here. A notebook found on the doctor's desk. It has diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. I know that. A floor plan of the lab. It was supposed to be a top secret file, but was found hidden behind a houseplant. No. There are canned foods and bottles of water inside the lab. However, not much of either remains. The doctor had hearing issues severe enough that he could be considered deaf. He was also trying to flee Conai ward. Ooh, actually, we're trying to talk about like how he got up from behind. The doctor probably couldn't hear because that's the reason why he was obsessed with our mouths and not for some weird, gross, perverted thing. If he couldn't hear properly, then I think it'd be easy to sneak up on him and, you know, just gotta go and call it a day, right? What's the last one? A knife with the letter F inscribed on it. This appears to be the murder weapon used for Dr. Huesca. The same knife was found next to Chief Yaka. I think this is it. Well, I guess it depends on what he says, but I'm gonna keep this key on. I think that might be it. That seems right. Whoa, that's quick.
But the
Okay.
doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
Running is noisy.
So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit.
Not if he could
And
hear him.
his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
No.
Unless you think the doctor was asleep.
Oh,
Is there any trace of him being drugged?
can't cut it. There we go.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk,
Get down here,
he would
Silence.
have heard someone coming.
I think it's that. I didn't even like. That just already felt like it made sense. Granted, I'm got lucky. That alone.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Bet money that was probably the last one too. But that one already was just like, duh. He couldn't hear it. He couldn't hear it. Where'd that come from?
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate.
Don't tell me what I can't fill. I can fill any hole I want.
Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
I can't stand this guy. Oh, wait.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivia said the same thing, but...
I was just about to say, he and Vivia... Oh, I hope Vivia's not connected to this. No, we already established it can't be Vivia. No, don't start thinking like that, V. Don't start thinking like that.
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
What now?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
Crap, he's right. I still don't know who it is.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
Because we don't know the culprit. We don't know the culprit's identity.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, The reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Wait. Wait. So that means what you're saying is that I am aware of who it is, and the reason why we're stuck in this kind of weird loop kind of deal is because I refuse to admit it? Wait, do I know who the culprit is? I'm trying to go in my head. I don't know who it could be. I mean, I'm getting this weird sub thought that it could be. No, it can't be him.
Huh?
But I'm so confused.
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth.
Personal space, please.
That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
Don't be like him. He said I can't fill holes, man. I'm good at filling holes.
What hole?
I mean, you know what I mean. Don't. You know what I mean.
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this
Ah.
guy and keep going.
Don't kick me.
Hey!
But so I know who the culprit is, but I don't want to admit it? Like subconsciously I know, but don't want to admit it? But do I know?
Yuma.
Stop!
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
We gotta start with this
The
innuendo.
huge hole in this
It's
investigation.
not the night for this.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we?
Yes, let's.
The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab.
Mm-hmm.
And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind.
Mm-hmm.
However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over.
Also correct.
That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection.
Right,
After
okay.
that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So
So
what's the
where
hole
am I
in my
wrong
deduction?
on that?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
Oh. Oh.
Already told you that.
Wait. No. I'm just... Ah, flip. No, he's right. No. Think about it. How did the hitman get into Amaterasu? It had to have been... It has to be someone with clip... Wait. Oh, wait. It wasn't Makoto, is it? Oh, no. That would be way too much attention to him. But unless I'm thinking wrong, the plan we're trying to figure out is how did the culprit get into Amaterasu in the first place? And it must be someone I know, but subconsciously I don't want to admit it, which means it's someone I'm aware of? Oh, I'm so confused.
The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Oh,
That's a good point. Well, frick, dude! Again with you?
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Dude, you're like obsessed with me. At least take me out to dinner first before you start doing this crap. Go away.
oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth?
Because he's dumb. Some people don't understand dumb people. It's the one factor in reality that even the Lord himself was like, whoa, I didn't plan for this.
Tell me,
Nah, I'm just fine, I'm just
what
fine.
will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether
Have
it's
to.
subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
If you know who it is...
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
Here we go. I think this is the most times I've done this, like, this detective fight. In all of the the chapters so far. Jeez Louise. But now, I didn't even think about it. So it's someone I know. It has to be someone I'm aware of. Right? Well, what do you got for me? What am I doing here? What are we doing? God, there's a lot of keys. Okay, what do we got? Hold it. Oh, he's about to say a word that's gonna get me in trouble. Hey, chat, please subscribe and follow. I'm trying my best, despite the fact that this game. Okay, let's see here. Ghost form traits is heard from Vivia. There are set limitations. Okay, we know that. Records show the security system was disabled an hour ago. The last time it was disabled before that was 90 days ago. Okay. There are 9 panels in a 3x3 configuration. You must step on them in a special order to proceed. Right? Unlike the decontamination device in the airlock chamber, the cover of the cover of the one in the panel chamber cannot open or close. Fubuki's fort take a turn back time. It was used while controlling Amapal. Alright, what do you got for me? Just stick with this and call it.
Playing with your shit deductions. You
Oh.
still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
That's right.
There was no way to reach the doctor.
Oh, Jesus, please.
Panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That
Yeah, I swear I
security
get end the
system,
game. I know. Just my luck.
no living human can breach it.
No living human can breach it.
Don't
Oh,
tell me
wait.
the culprit is a robot.
Missed. Hope with a robot? No. Oh, was that it? Oh, that wasn't it? Ah, flip. How did the culprit break through the panel chamber? Carefully and with gusto. We had at least Amapal with us to disable the security system. Didn't you notice anything else weird at the time? Did I?
Right.
As far as the panel chamber goes. Okay, so we're trying to discuss how did the culprit get through the panels, right? How did the culprit get through the panels? No, it wasn't a ghost. It was disabled 90 days ago. No, that was on, so it wouldn't be the case. 9 panels, you must step on them with special order to proceed. No. One decontamination device in the airlock chamber. The cover of the one in the panel chamber cannot open or close. No. Fubuki's fort take a turn back time was used while controlling Amapal. I don't think that's right. Wait. If... Wait a second. Fubuki's power can go back in time. Wait, hold the freaking phone. Fubuki's power can go through time. It can go back in time. The culprit... Technically, that means that the culprit didn't get electrocuted. But that's also making me think of something else. If the culprit knew Fubuki's power, then... Because you gotta think of it like this. The culprit... I'm sorry, I'm stammering here. Humor me. I'm trying to piece this together here. Because this game is throwing me for a loop, and I'm trying to understand it. The culprit rode on Amapal for transportation. We know that, right? We're good. That meant the culprit must have had some degree of confidence knowing we were going to get through this. If it's possible the culprit knew Fubuki's power and was aware that Fubuki could go back time, that would mean the culprit had nothing to lose and could go for it, knowing we would go back in time. But the reason why I'm thrown in this weird, confusing, like, state of being is because that means it is someone that we're aware of that also knows Fubuki's time rewinding powers. And that makes it worse because that means it is someone that we do know, but we're not admitting. think that might be it. I think this might be the key. But I don't know what statement is wrong. I think it's either that or this. It's either that or the high voltage. But then there's nothing that seems wrong. I gotta see it. I'm sorry. I gotta see it.
You still haven't solved
What are the red
greatest
things?
mystery. How did
I feel like I'm about to
get
curse
past
my
the
own thing, and I
security?
can't afford a curse.
The critical lab security system was always locked.
Security systems, the critical lab's security system was always active. I think that's true, because it was only disabled 90 days ago. Okay, it's not that. Not that one.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The
Okay.
panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
That's for the culprit. No,
security
that's
system?
not red. Whoop. Panicked.
No living human can breach it.
No living human can breach it? But it was active, though. No living human can breach it. True. But... Oh, I just had a thought. But if we use Fuuki's power to go back in time over and over, theoretically, a human could breach it, right? I mean, that's kind of a reach. Well, what's the other thing? I think that might be it, but I'm not confident at all. I am so not confident. And I know some people out there are probably already figured it out. Culprit is a robot? No. Well, do I have a key to fight that? Those foreign traits? That doesn't make sense. No. 9 figures in the configuration must have an end. No. I don't think... That doesn't make sense for any of these, I think. Oh. I think it is Fubuki's.
But
I think Fubuki's forte...
that's right.
I think it is that living human one.
Keep
The only one. I really don't know. I mean, it's better than nothing. I like 20%? Fine, like 18% confident?
How did the culprit get past the
I'm
security?
not good at this. I play Smash, man. Everyone knows Smash players can't solve games like this.
System was
Play it.
always live.
Shout out to my Smash Bros.
There
players.
was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Gonna assume it's that. Okay. Oh my god. I didn't know, man. I really don't. These are getting harder, man. Are we finally done with you? Please stop coming. Like, just go away. Also, welcome, Meat Miner. If I hadn't said it, I apologize. I got so into this. I'm so sorry.
a human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte.
But now comes the issue. It has to be someone that knows Fubuki has the power to rewind time. So, who do we know has that knowledge? It would have only been people in the agency, right? Oh no, wait. That meant the culprit is one of my friends? Because there's very few people that know Fubuki's forte except for those in the agency. At the same time, it's too late in the game, I think. I don't know how many chapters are in this game, but they haven't established anybody else that knows about Fubuki's power. Like, her power is a massive secret. Surprising, I know, for Fubuki, but let me.
In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel.
Which meant that that person willingly got electrocuted and was confident knowing we'd use Fubuki's power to come back.
But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel.
Right.
That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
So in a way, does that mean we electrocuted the culprit? How many times did I get electrocuted? Like 3 or 4 times? And they rode along knowingly?
But
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence.
Vivia, you're kind of freaking me out here, man.
But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
Wait, what?
what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
You can't seriously be doing this again now.
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in.
That means Vivian knows who it is. Well, yeah, it makes sense, but that it's truly someone that we know. Vivia's... Oh, wait. That would make so much more sense. Vivia, early on, when he threatened me with the whole night thing, we were all like Danny Phantom modes. He was saying like he wanted to preserve the peace that was established thus far. If that meant keeping the knowledge, that means that he knows who the person is responsible for offing Dr. Huesca. And if we expose it, that would disrupt the peace that we have. Which means it is someone from the agency.
What are you going to do?
Right?
It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Wait, are we actually gonna fight? Are you freaking kidding me? We're gonna fight this fool. I thought he was gonna be a Mystery Phantom. I really thought it, but I see the skull background. Wait, where'd he get that from? Oh, he's always had a knife. That's not fair. Okay. Alright. This is gonna suck, man. Okay, Ghostborn trades a turret from Vivia. There are several limitations. Toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective against it. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain. There are 3 stab wounds to Dr. Huesca's back. With no other injuries, this appears to be the cause of death. Right after the blackout, a researcher witnessed a dark silhouette pass through the shadows. The researcher claims it must have been the hitman. According to Vivia's investigation, there has never been a case where Fink the Slaughter Artist issued a death threat. Perhaps this case is special? Oh man, okay, here we go.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid.
Is the reason why you were cast? It's solo leveling? Impossible to avoid the gas.
The culprit would surely die.
Could I? Yes.
You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait.
Oh, I thought it would go higher.
The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Gas can see through a gas mask.
No ability can nullify its toxicity.
No ability to nullify
It's
toxicity.
done for. You die before reaching Huesca.
Before reaching
No
Huesca.
one can get past the gas chamber.
Oh,
Right.
it sure does seem like it's possible to get around the gas.
But
The culprit definitely made it through the toxic gas chamber. It's the thing. How did he get through the gas chamber? Is there actually a way to avoid the gas? I don't know. But if on the toxic gas, so is she saying that might be the key? Well, we're talking about it, so it has to be this. The toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective against it. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain. We keep talking about it, so maybe Shinigami's saying, yeah, this is the key, but I don't have no clue. You gotta figure this out yourself. But now I'm like, okay.
We ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
Oh,
It's
panic.
impossible to avoid the gas.
Possible to avoid the gas. No, it is impossible to avoid the gas. You're gonna get hit with it. So, no, that's not right. I mean, that is right. It is impossible. He's not wrong on that.
Culprit would surely die.
And, yeah, 30 minutes, death is certain.
This, right? The gas has a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Gas can see through a gas mask. Yeah, we said that too.
Can nullify its toxicity.
I panicked again. Ability can
Once
toxify.
it hits
Yeah.
you, you're done for. You die before reaching Wesker.
Wait. Would you die before reaching him? It takes 3 minutes for the toxin to spread. Yeah, we know death is certain. How long of a time interval? Wait. How long of a time interval would it take to get in between the toxic gas chamber and the electric panel? Would it be 30 minutes? Well, because here's the reason why I think that might be wrong. We've been rewinding time over and over. So theoretically, what if someone... Wait, that meant that someone would have had to... Okay, here's my logic. And if chat wants to say I'm wrong, by all means. But here's my logic. What if someone tanked it, like took the gas, like they were poisoned? It says it takes 30 minutes. They took 30 minutes to go through the electric chamber and just go for the doctor. But of course, now it leads to the problem of how do they survive it, right? So... How? Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's just keep going. I know it's this, but...
No one can
Would you
pass the
die?
gas chamber.
Like, immediate? It's not immediate. I don't think you die beforehand.
But
I think that is it, but...
Let me ask you,
Well, Shinigami's talking about the gas thing, so I think I got the right key.
how did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas.
Possible for the gas. That's true. It is impossible.
Surely die.
And that's true. The culprit will be done for.
You already know this, right?
Right? I think.
The
Well,
gas
it's
is
the
a
one that
special trait.
makes more sense of all the keys I have.
The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Has to see through the
No
gas mask.
ability can nullify its toxicity.
There is no ability. I don't have a key for
You're
that.
done for.
Wait, do I have a key for that? No ability can nullify its toxicity. Ghost form traits. Oh, it could be. No, it can't be that because you can't interact with physical things. No, not that. I think it is. I think you can get Dr. Wesker
Die
beforehand.
before reaching Wesker.
I think that's it.
This is the truth.
Yeah, okay. It wouldn't be immediate. There's 30 minutes. You could do it. What happened? Oh, frickin' game.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you.
Right. Which means 30 minutes you have to die. Or 30 so that meant that someone... No, yeah, no. Unless you had a spacesuit, they said, right? You're going to get poisoned, which means you're going to die in 30 minutes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Which means... Culprit went through the toxic gas chamber, and they would have had to do it. But how did the culprit survive? There's no way that the culprit would have been dead. We would have discovered a dead body. At this point, right? But the only person that was dead was Dr. Wesker. Now it's because of Fink. And then the chief got stabbed because of it. So, because of the same slaughter artist. So, there's no way. Like, he had to have abused his
Which
flip.
means you could survive for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What? Don't tell me.
You can only...
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas. And no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it.
You'd have to die. But there's no one... Wait. Holy sh... That's a bit... Ooh. I was about to... I just had a thought. I think I just had a thought. What if flip me effing running is no, there's no way. No. Okay, I know people are probably listening in being like, what the heck, what's going on? There's no way. If you get into that toxic gas chamber, you're done for. But you have 30 minutes. But there was no other body. Someone must have been discovered, but the only dead body was the doctor. So where's the dead body? And I don't think we established a hiding spot. Which makes me think, at the same time, it also has to be someone that's aware of Fubuki's forte. It has to be someone that is capable of that. There's not many people that know. And it's going again to what Vivia said, that Yuma's subconsciously blocking the thought. Like, maybe deep down he's aware of who it could be, and we just didn't think about it. Which means it has to be our friends. But it can't be. But, well, I mean, it has to be. It can't be, it has to be. So that leaves a very small margin of the possible suspects. It has to be someone that would cause Vivi to react like that and to be this defensive, right? That's A. Someone that's aware of Fubuki's forte, which is very few people. That's B. Someone that Yuma himself is subconsciously blocking. That's C. And someone that the only other person that could be, like, harmed because of the toxic gas chamber, someone that's already dying. But I don't know anyone else, and my brain had a thought of who it could be. And I swear, if it is who I think it is, I don't know, because I'm having this thought of whether I should say it now or if the game's gonna throw it at me. But I want to establish it now, and I really, really hope I'm wrong. And I apologize if I'm getting emotional, but I'm not allowed to swear because I know it's wrong, but I'm begging any kind of good that is in this world. I am really, really hoping that the suspect isn't the chief, because there's no other body that's harmed. He is dying. There's no other dead body that was discovered. Like, I don't know anyone else that also is aware of the Fortes. Like, the chief, but I'm trying to think, like, it can't be because he's stabbed too. But I don't know who else. Like, it has to be someone else that's harmed. And Halara's fine, Yasuhiko's fine, Fubuki's fine. It's either that or Vivia, but Vivia's freaking right as a cucumber. And it would make sense if it was the chief because he's defensive. But I don't know who else. Which is why I'm hoping to God I'm wrong. But my brain keeps, like, thinking, like, who else could it be? And I don't know who else it could be.
You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
And who else would be that confident in the Fubuki's power? Like, it has to be someone absolutely aware of this. Like, you can't just simply be like, oh yeah, I'm certain it'll work out, and then get electrocuted. You gotta be aware that time can be rewound. That is not just some crazy, kind of feeling. That is a full gamble. Like, your life is on the table. Oh, you're getting up now?
The culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
It's the only explanation that makes sense.
Because there was no other thing. They would have established something. Even this game would not be that mean and not establish, like, a suit or something. But
Can't be. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then
the culprit
the only...
is...
There's nobody else. There's no effing other person.
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how How does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
Dude, I'm gonna be sick.
What's he talking about?
Yomi's Mystery Phantom and Fifia
Yeah.
are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Yeah, Yuma knows too, but I think I'm... Oh god, I think I'm right, man.
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
Oh my god. God, man.
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you!
I don't know what to say. I think I'm actually gonna be sick.
Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanai Lord, Amaterasu, they both belong to me!
Am I fighting? Am I fighting again? I'm fighting. Of course I'm effing fighting again. Why'd I be surprised I'm flipping fighting again? I do not have the heart for this. Yeah, okay. Okay.
If the culprit carried out the crime,
I have no keys.
then they should be dead from the toxic gas.
Whoa! Okay.
But no
gotta-
one at the scene has died from poisoning.
Was I fond of the chief? I'm
you
really
can
hoping I'm wrong. I
understand that
like the chief a lot.
Then what are you still doing here?
Wait,
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas.
rather, no one died yet.
But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Your deduction is
Oh, I
wrong.
have to repel.
Don't disturb the peace.
Okay, I kind of get on that.
It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it?
I hate this guy so much.
Just give up and die!
This, I'll expose the truth.
I mean, it was only that. It's not Amapal. And I know it was Repel, but
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman.
oh, I just thought of something else too.
The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Yeah. It was so obvious. What did Vivia say? What did the thing? There was a solution key. I can't access it now. There was a solution key that said that Think the Slaughter Artist never did something like this before. So what made this so different? He would never do it.
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the
We just
doctor.
assumed otherwise because of the real culprit.
They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
Yes, but
All you would need is a similar knife.
that doesn't necessarily mean. Oh.
Oh my god, no.
The story of Fink the slaughter artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the slaughter artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
Why did I assume that the hitman went through the toxic gas chamber and left fine?
So, it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Yes, the real culprit did that, knowing he was going to die, and then had the slaughter artist finish him off. Because that way he could... Oh. No, that's just gonna prove right.
Stop. Stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city!
I so am not in the mood for you right now.
There is no real culprit! Dr. Weska was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who is the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
I know now too. Yo, it makes so much sense.
Now, expose the truth. Do it. If you want to burn the world down.
Beat Yomi with a key. There are mostly old research logs in the storage room managed by Peacekeeper Director Yomi, but a section of the files on the shelf is missing. Whatever you didn't want others to see has already been exposed of. A photo of a young man and woman. The woman is wearing a white lab coat. Perhaps she's a researcher at the lab. The man cannot be recognized because of bloodstains on the picture. Death threat was sent not only to the target Dr. Huesca, but also to the Peacekeepers and the Nocturnal Detective Agency. However, according to Vivia's investigation, there's never been a case where Fink the Slaughter Artist issued a death threat. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Fink never did this before, but yet for some reason, this message was sent to the Peacekeepers and Detective Agency. I can understand the Peacekeepers because of, obviously, Amaterasu and all, but why the Detective Agency? What about us made it so different? And it makes so much sense now, because the person never intended to survive killing Dr. Huesca, unaliving Dr. Huesca. They knew they were gonna make it. So what they did was, they hired Fink to off them after they took care of Dr. Huesca. And I stupidly assumed that it was one and the same because the slaughter artist was somehow able to survive the toxic gas chamber. Like, this is why I was confused. This whole time, I knew, like, I was gonna get confused by the whole toxic gas chamber. That was the one thing I couldn't figure out. I kind of pieced together the whole Fubuki rewinding time thing over and over. But how did they survive the gas chamber? They didn't. They didn't want to survive the gas chamber. They were knowing they were going to die. They decided to just do their business. They got a random knife that had an F on it, probably because they got in contact with Fink beforehand and was like, "You're serious about this?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this." So we unalived Dr. Huesca, left, Wind came back. Was this their Minecraft note, like a message to others that something was going to happen? Like, in the most wildest way, Star. And what sucks is I know exactly what it is now. And I'm actually feel sick. I'm not even like trying to laugh. I feel like legitimately sick because folks got to think about it. And I'm assuming people have to have had this thought. So I apologize if I'm the last one to figure this out. But to put it simply, there really is one other person who was dying, got stabbed at the very end, We know Fink left, but that wasn't the person responsible for this. The true person responsible is that person. It has to be the photo. This person's is important. And it can only be one person.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman.
And it's, again, why Vivia was so insistent about protecting everything. I wondered why. And I just kind of like ignored it. Well, I'll admit it. I ignored it a lot of times. But now it makes so much sense. The answer was literally in front of my face. And I just didn't think of it. There's no way I could.
Was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person.
There was literally one other person that was wounded.
It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I'll be honest, I really don't think I want the truth. I really don't think I do.
I don't understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
They had to show it. They had to show it. I really wish. I really, really wish. Oh God, please, please don't let me be right. Please, God, don't let me be right. Let me run it.
Damn it.
Huh?
Chief. Yako.
My first time playing this game? Yeah, it is. God, I didn't want to be right. I really didn't want to be right.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the Chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the Chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Probably didn't want us to find the photo. He probably didn't want us to find the photo. Because then maybe he'd think we'd know?
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
I couldn't come up with anything else. I couldn't. I truly couldn't. I was thinking of every possible person, but there's very few people that can fit this criteria. Very few. Especially when they threw those choices. Like, freaking, we don't know who Fink is, and do you think Yomi would be aware of Fubuki's power?
Don't forget this stuff.
The anemic vampires go throw questions at you back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all the assailing assaults.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
You were doing it to protect the chief.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
Dr. Wesker must pay for his sins with his life. My blade shall be his atonement. Why would the chief send it if he was the killer?
Send it if he was the killer?
Sorry, I didn't think you were gonna read it.
Answer me, Yuma.
Why did Yako send a death threat? Make it seem like the doc was in danger. Yeah. Get our attention. We'll get attention in general. The biggest box cutter in the freaking world. Star's absolutely right.
Note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger.
What better way than to talk about Fink, of course.
Which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert?
Why was the death threat sent to the peacekeepers?
Behind it all?
Oh, yeah. Yasuhiko's disguise power. That way we have people to look like. Yeah.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility.
Otherwise, how else could the chief do it? It's why they sent it. It wasn't to get the peacekeepers on necessary high alert, although, I mean, it was to get them on high alert. But with Yasuhiko's power, more people could go in disguise. And of course, could get the other master detectives in there. Although, knowing this, Vivian knew this or figured it out, but Halara didn't? I mean, maybe I'm putting Halara on a crazy high pedestal, but I would have figured Halara would have figured that something wasn't right almost instantly, yeah? Or, okay, maybe I'm getting way too into this. Hold on, let me slow down.
They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
Exactly.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
Who are you telling that to, him or me? Because I feel like I kind of want it right now. My stomach actually hurts.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab.
Yeah.
You were already at the lab.
And that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes,
Right?
but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the Peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
Oh. Try to buy their attention, my ass. This man went into the room and hid into the chamber. I bet he went in there to hide and wait for us to get Amapal.
The chief said he'd buy us some time.
Oh god,
He
it
actually
makes so
went
much
and hid
sense.
inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also
Who caused the
chief?
blackout? Who's Chief, right? Wait, what? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't Dr. Wesker. Oh,
That's not it!
sorry.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused
Got
it,
this. Okay, I gotta focus. I gotta
that
repel it when
also
I know it's
the
not
chief?
right. So it wasn't Dr. Wesker. I know that much. No. No one caused the blackout. Except
That's not it!
it was Fink. Yeah. It was the plan.
The chief said he'd buy us some time.
Focus, Fee, focus. Stop
but
getting
he
emotional. Stop
actually
getting
went and
emotional.
hid inside
Fink made the
airlock.
blackout to give time for him to go
was
in
the
there.
blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also
I realize I'm way
the
over on
chief?
this video, but holy moly. No. No.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it.
Guys, that be strong. I'm trying.
So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job.
Who cares if the video's going long? We got a case to solve. You know what, YouTube? Star makes a great point. I have to. You know what? I'm certain a lot of you people watching this video, YouTube, right now, Twitch, I know you guys don't mind, but YouTube, I know you guys will be like, you know what? No, I understand. By all means, we're getting wrapped up in this.
He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
Right.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him.
That way, yeah, so we would instinctively get Amapal to go through that security nonsense, which means the chief knew about the security nonsense beforehand. But now that begs the question, we'll talk about it later.
We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
Yeah.
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte.
Not to exclude Halara, and at the same time not to exclude Vivia, but Desahiko and Fubuki were so crucial to this plan, it is not even funny. But of course, they can't just take Desahiko and Fubuki. Yeah, of course. Think of it like the chief. The chief can't just take Desahiko and Fubuki. For something this big, quote unquote, you have to take the whole group, otherwise it throws suspicion. If the chief came out of nowhere and be like, I'm gonna need to take specifically Desahiko and Fubuki, even if Vivia didn't care, Halara for sure would have been suspicious. I guarantee you.
The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
This freaking prick. I forgot he said that.
Trust?
He was not trusting as in to get through, is trusting as in... Jeez, the flippin' wheeze, man. Yo, Puzzles, thank you for the subscription. Sorry, gosh. I'm very grateful. No, thank you for the sub. I'm so grateful. I'm really sorry if I don't sound my normal self. I don't really, man.
How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all!
I don't think he is. There has to be a reason. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, this guy could have been. There had to have been. It has to be involving that woman. It has to be. Something. There has to be justification. I can't play this game knowing that there's not justification for this. I truly cannot.
Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yago saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times.
Sorry, I saw a chat in my corner of my eye going, Puzzles, to get you up to speed, I apologize because I don't think there's a way we could possibly say this without spoiling. Especially because of how long the video this is. There's no feasible way. I will ask for apologies if I do ruin this for you, but to get you up to speed, we found out the one responsible for murdering Dr. Huesca wasn't Fink the slaughter artist, but was the chief. The chief planned this whole thing using everyone to go by a plan, a very reckless plan, I might add, just to give him the out to kill the doctor. And of course, to have Fink off him so he can technically, in a way, get away with it. And I said, so wait, so the blue-haired person used all the detectives regardless of their lives? I think it'd be more fair to say the chief used all the detectives regardless of his life. I think is the best way to say that.
But still, I really admired him.
What did the doctor do? Die, honestly. That's kind of really all he did. But I don't know.
Why?
Like, the only thing is he wanted to leave, but why did the chief do it, though?
Why did you do it?
It's because of her.
Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me, or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
He's gonna be a phantom? Wait, what? It was him. I mean, yeah, but, like...
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding.
How important was this woman? It must have been a lover, a sister, someone. It has to be. I feel like my stomach's twisted in knots, man.
But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message.
Chief sipping for no, like that woman's definitely important to him. Star. Puzzle said, "Oh God, it hurts. I was actually so scared. I thought you meant Vivi was the murderer." No, but it makes sense now why Vivi was so insistent on getting in my way, because Vivian knew, probably from the beginning, or at the very least a very early point, that the chief was doing all this, and knowing Yuma was gonna go for it was like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you in my own special way."
You need to stop, or else your world will come crumbling down.
But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the Mystery Labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
Eliminate? The chief?
Frick me, I forgot about that. I'm not even trying to laugh. I legit forgot. The end of this, Shinigami has to eat their soul.
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door.
Well then, and I don't want to say this negatively, but what's the alternative? Not answering the mysteries? If he's already done for, then I might as well get the truth. Unless you're saying like preserve. Well, I think I've broken.
Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
Hey, we're gonna be sick.
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
Why the frick didn't you say anything?
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away.
Then why did you just say something from the start? Even if you had a hunch, do you know how much this would have been solved so much more easily if you said something from the start? If you warned us, you could have told someone, anyone.
Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
But at the cost of the chief?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue.
Like, what other choice do I honestly have? Please tell me there's another choice.
If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it?
Oh, this freaking guy. Now I'm looking at it a different way. He's saying, like, it's already out. Why dwell on it? What's done is done.
When you're lost,
You have to
believe
keep
in your
going.
own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God and your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high.
He's right. He's right. Chief, and wow, that actually made Vivia redeem in my heart. I'm not even joking. But he's absolutely right. I mean, you have to keep moving. You can't. Can you truly say you're proud of your choices and decisions if you look back or immediately regret it? Can you, like, say you're happy? Like, I mean, granted, you don't have to say you're happy, but can you have confidence in yourself if you don't stick with the things you do? I think that's a really spitty world to live, life to live if you don't. Chief made his decision, knew the truth was going to hurt us, and that's why his soul was saying the truth can be cruel, but hey, might as well just accept it. That way you can stand with your head held high. There's not many people that can do that. That's why we're in this moment. I have to. There's no point in mulling over this. And it does suck. It hurts so much, but I have to.
Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Oh, the what is it? Denouement? What is this called again? Deduction denouement? Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. I have to do this. Okay, let's just do it. What are my... Okay, I got Amapel. I have a knife. I have the intercom. We'll just... Oh, we just gotta keep going. So it says, as one has said before, time never stops. Things will keep moving regardless on what you do with your life. It's like the most truest, rawest, and worst statement. But it's also like, it's words to live by. So I have to get over my emotions. Not even as a content creator, but just as me. I have to get over this. I have to do it. No, I don't think it's fair to say get over it. I think it's better to say I have to keep moving, but this is a part of me. But I can't let it define me. It's just another chapter in my life, and I'm just gonna have to accept it. So, no emotions. Let's just do this. Okay. Where's the secret lab located? I don't have that one. Okay. Death threats sent to detectives agency, and also don't have that one either. How was Dr. Huesca communicated with? I do have that one. With the intercom. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you. I'll say these all properly once I get the keys. I just want to get these easy ones done. Where did the culprit hide? Don't have that. What did the culprit use to get past security? Amapal. Whose power? No, don't have that. What weapon was used to kill Dr. Huesca? Dude, now I have to see this? Oh god, I'm gonna hurt. No, we gotta accept it. We have to accept it. That should unlock some keys. Yep, I heard it. What unlocked? What unlocked? Amaterasu Corporation, the Peacekeepers, the decontamination device. This man tanked it, man. This man went through the gas. Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, okay. Sorry, I literally said I can't get emotional. It's hard. It's still hard. Where did the culprit hide? Contamination device. Death threat was sent to Peacekeepers as well. Where's the secret lab located? In Amaterasu Corp. What unlocked? Fubuki's time rewinding power. Think. Yeah. Wait, these should be it. So we can start over. Okay. But let's say it like this. Okay, so we need to know where the secret lab was. We found out it was an Amaterasu Corporation thanks to Makoto. But the doctor, who was the intended target for all this, was hidden in the secret lab, deep within, and only had access unless... The only person that had access to the whole code was the doc himself. Now, the doctor was inside, he wanted to get out. Death threat was sent to a death threat to Dr. Huesca. Now, we know that the doctor wanted to leave. I'm kind of still confused, though, on this, because that would mean the doctor and the chief knew each other, but I'm gonna assume after this they'll explain it, so let's just move on. Anywho, let's see. They made the death threat to Dr. Huesca. The Peacekeepers, the detectives got it, as followed. Death threat was sent to detective agency. It was quote-unquote sent to Dr. Huesca, and it was sent to the Peacekeepers, as you guys see here. We tried to warn Dr. Huesca. The dude's deaf because he was eating too many, like, Sour Patch Kids. Apparently, if you eat, like, too many Sour Patch Kids, you go deaf. Whatever. Yomi and the Peacekeepers arrived at the worst time. Freaking hate this dude. We got separated. I forgot about Makoto for a good second. Hopefully he's... I'm still curious about him, but we'll deal with him later. I got trapped alone, and as I was looking like, oh man, it's all over. I have no hope. It's done for me. Both Desahiko and the Chief came to my rescue. Well, everyone else did too in their own way. So Halara, Fubuki, and all that. We assessed the situation, Fink was already, according to the Chief's plan, cutting off the facility's power. That led to the blackout. But I bet that was also the signal for the Chief to say, oh, or to Chief to know, okay, now it's time for the next phase of the plan. So when the blackout happened, the Chief decided, oh, I'll go act as a decoy, giving you two the time to go check on the doctor. When in actuality, he was just gonna go and head off to the decontamination chamber. Which is really stupid, but again, we're moving on. I guess it's not stupid, it's actually really brilliant. So he moved out to carry the plan. He went into the airlock chamber, hid inside the decontamination chamber, the only place where he could hide. During this time, we went to go try and warn Dr. Huesca. We got Fubuki on the way, surprised that she was in costume, but Desahiko, blah blah blah. We went there, we tried to warn the doctor, but the doctor faked this whole thing, I guess, to try and get a body? Wait, I just thought about something. If the Chief and the doctor knew each other, then that would make the perfect body for Dr. Huesca, although Dr. Huesca still died, or was still going to be planned to death. Maybe what it was, and this is my thought, is the Chief got in contact with the doctor and was like, hey, you're looking for a body to use as a corpse? I have the perfect body. I'm going to send someone to help you get that body so that way you can melt it with sulfuric acid. You'll be able to get out of Kanai War. The doctor was like, sweet, okay. He did the fake call to get our attention. So we decided to get Wall-E. During that time, as we loaded up Wall-E getting ready to go through the 36 Chambers of Death, that was when the Chief, as we activated it, that was when the Chief landed on Amapal and wrote it. Now comes the most ridiculous part of this whole flippin' thing, is that this freaking man went through the entire thing. He went through the toxic gas chambers, he went through the panel chamber, willingly got electrocuted. Whose power was used in the panel room? Oh, I forgot there was 4 questions. Fubuki. But using Fubuki's power, which the Chief was aware of, went over and over and over, going through that, again, just willingly. Until the point where, as we activated the switch, then the Chief was like, alright, cool, now's my time to get out there. Kicked off Wall-E. During that interval, made his way to the dock, as y'all could see here, and then brandished the knife. For some dumb reason, I thought it was Fink, when in actuality, anyone could have a knife with an F on it. It's really not all that hard. I don't know why I didn't think about it. And the Chief, because he ate like 1,000,001 Sour Patch, as I said, you go deaf when you eat too many Sour Patch Kids. It sucks, but it just is what it is. That's what the Chief gets. Look at him. He looks like the type of guy that is like, man, I regret my decisions. But even still though, because he couldn't hear him at all, it gave the Chief the easiest out to sneak up from behind and, well, yeah, that. With that being the case, Amapal entered the room as the culprit awaits. And I just remembered, because I saw that picture, for some reason it was kicked over, but that gave the Chief enough time to go back and hide in the decontamination chamber until the others went through. And by the time we went through, the Chief left. Conveniently, of course. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Arrived at airlock, he hid the decontamination device while we went in, found the body. The culprit exits the device as the detectives leave. Don't even say it like that, game. We discovered the body. Who killed the culprit? All according to his plan. He accepted it too, because he already knew he was poisoned. He was done for, but this is all according to his quote-unquote escape plan. Fink saw it, was like, alright, cool, time to go for my next plan of action. Chief saw it, and, well, now as the Chief was lying dead, he tried to hide that photo, realizing, thinking that he's trying to like hide it away from us so that way he couldn't discover it, or at the very least, smudged it with blood so that way it couldn't be recognizable. And as the Chief lying dead, we ended up finding it out later. Who's the culprit? Don't get emotional, V. Don't get emotional. They're going to do a way better explaining it than me because unfortunately my emotions are running somewhat fierce.
Step right up, step right up.
At least this music's goated.
A CEO, a research
never say that word right.
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
He wanted to leave.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
What? No.
Yeah,
Whatever.
With that out of the way... Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research
God,
lab.
everyone involved in this crap. That's crazy.
At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the master detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all.
Dude, how's... We'll talk about it after. Never mind. We'll talk about it after.
The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Mikoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Yasuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
His whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
Dude! Actually, I think you could say that word. It's probably allowed. YouTube. I don't know. We'll find out later.
Then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom.
Little fart.
We had to get into the doctor's lab.
But that time, the old geezer was playing games with us.
Wait a minute. Does Yasuhiko have... Does he use that powder stuff to make his cheeks rosy? Yasuhiko's just a model. Okay. Sorry, just noticed that.
He even tried to kill you and the others with a trap. That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies. He really got you there, Master.
So not the time. Really so not the time.
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing.
Sorry, Chad. I've never been more
Even if we
focused in my
tried
life.
to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapel. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express. First
Oh.
stop, a shower of toxic gas.
I don't think people are realizing just how major this part is. Please take absolute detail in this. Like, if you haven't, please do.
Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high voltage shocks. One wrong move, and it was instant death. But thanks to that sheltered skank, we got all the continues we could want. So we managed a perfect clear. The critical lab was finally breached.
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
Oh my god, I gotta relive this.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Sorry.
Where were we? Oh yeah! To onto the doctor's lab, Amapel had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapel can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Yeah.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapel entered. They knocked the robot over on the way out.
Nice kick.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
They entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with a toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer.
Right.
So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities.
The point where he easily wagered his life.
They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot.
Yako Furio! It was you!
But why? I don't know why. I want to know why. Like, sure, I have thoughts on why, but I want to be absolutely certain on why.
I will expose the truth! But why?
Please tell me why. I can't. I ate all my fruit snacks.
Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the Mystery Labyrinth.
Even Vivia too is just like,
That's why I'm here. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair.
oh, I don't have the heart to watch this, man. I have to, but man, this sucks.
Soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile Mystery Labyrinth.
At least the crown is sexy. Wait, what? Oh, dude. What? I think I'm actually about to.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This Mystery Labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so, we could just leave, right?
I'm getting distracted by the fact that Shinigami never decided to do the whole gentle, like, consolation, or, you know, I was about to say Fuzzhead before the chief's gone, but wait, is there something I'm missing? What am I missing? Why? Why did he do it?
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet.
Yeah, why did he do it? Why did the chief do this?
No, there's still some.
That's why the
mysteries
labyrinth
remaining.
isn't gone.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yaku's sake.
We owe it to him. Don't ask me why, but we owe it to the chief to see the truth now. Like, we've come this far, we might as well... We've already licked or tasted the poison, we might as well lick the bowl clean. Spotless.
Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
Are you gonna cut me? Go ahead. Oh no, not this! Dude, are you serious? You know what? Whatever. Why? This is definitely like the deepest point for me.
Let's work together.
The remaining mystery is Dr. Huesca's... Well, what do you got for me? Give me some clues here. Eat. What was the thing that proved Dr. Huesca's betrayal? Okay. Looking at the things as I'm doing this. Maybe he was threatened and planning to swap places? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but...
Are you just gonna leave me here?
No, I'm thinking, and, L, D, was,
Just ignoring me now?
where? Wait, and,
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
I'm actually writing down, what's the notes? Wait,
Twirling, twirling.
Is it,
Go, go,
is it email? Is there enough letters for that?
go, go, go.
Because that was the messages that they were sending between each other? Oh, frick, do I have enough time? Oh no, I don't know if I have enough time. Oh, I thought about it way too late if I'm right.
That's right. Only 30. Go, go, go.
Oh, frick. Is there an L? Wait, is there an L? There is an L. There's an L. It's email. Yeah. Oh, thank God. I had a pen and pencil. Well, I usually have it anyway in my journal for notes. Don't judge me. I just had a pen and pencil necessary, just so I could write down, and it was just like, lame, ziz, like, I had a lot of Z, I wrote a lot of dumb things. For some reason, I kept writing lame with I. But yeah, it makes sense. Oh. Where else? We have to know why the chief did this.
Oh, it's a secret dungeon. The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master.
You didn't take a screenshot of just her? I did.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
I'll follow
I got other
you
things
to
too.
the end until you reach the truth.
And if anybody's judging me like, V, really? It's like, dude, I'm allowed to have something. All right, just let me have something. Oh, you know what? I think this might honestly be the best shot. Oh my god, it's at 3. I'm an hour longer than normal. Holy crap, I have to stop it here. You know what? This actually, I think this is the stop it thing. Probably didn't make the game. I know, but the problem is YouTube's gonna be on it because they're gonna have the whole like age restriction thing. I mean, granted, I know Twitch is cool with it, but YouTube's gonna be like, I don't know if you're allowed to do this kind of thing, blah blah. I have to call it here. Like, for a number of reasons, I think this is a good stopping moment. I need to get myself together. I need to get my emotions together. I gotta like relax because I got other games I have to do this week, and it's gonna be sucky because I gotta think about this. Like, I still need to eat. I haven't eaten in a while, and I'm sick to my stomach. Dude. Oh, that you somehow made without the stream chugging. Yeah, that's true. Which is funny, too. Most people know this. For some reason, this laptop doesn't like it. Oh, but the battery is, like, so about to be toast after this. Or, like, dead after this. So I do have to call it soon. Or call it now. But, yeah, usually when I try to do videos longer than the 2, there's a reason why I did the 2 hour straight. It wasn't just YouTube, although that was the best reason. But the other reason was because whenever I go longer, unless I get lucky, sometimes the vid, like, dips in quality. But for a number of reasons, I need to stop it here. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm not even going to apologize that this was longer than my normal vids, because this, I don't even need to explain it. I don't know how to react to this. I have to eat. I don't know. I really don't know at all what to say. I don't know at all what to put in, I'm gonna figure out afterwards what to describe this video. All I can say is on the next episode, there's still more to do, because we still need to figure out why the chief did this and why the doc was okay with this. Well, okay, I guess going from this, he didn't know the chief was gonna be involved. He was probably like, oh, cool, I'm gonna have some bodies to have as a corpse. So I didn't really care for the doc being off, like, at all. Like, whatever, the doc sucks. But man, it's freaking chief, man. How many of you guys knew? You let me know right now on YouTube. Let me know in the comment section. You don't have to say the true thing. Just tell me. Just if YouTube, when you get this video, just say I was aware or I knew. Twitch, you can let me know in Discord, however you feel. If you are aware that the chief was responsible and that I was gonna have these feelings, then let me shout you guys out. And at the same time, thank you for like not spoiling, because I'll be honest, if I was spoiled, I don't know if I'd actually play it. Like, and you guys had me going. I had me going, because this whole time I was like, we gotta heal the chief. I can't let the chief die. If something happens to the chief, I'm gonna be, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. And now, and then Shinigami had to do that. I should have took a picture. I'm just gonna watch this episode again. I'm gonna have to save this in my personal file. I'm being talkative. I'm sorry. I need to get out of here. I need like to dip my head in under like cold water or something. I need to see that picture of Shinigami's crown. Like, there's gotta be something to like help me out here. But thank you all for tuning in. I will be better. Hopefully. I mean, I'm gonna have to, because I don't stream these games like consecutively. So I have to get ready for other things like Persona and Tokyo Xanadu and all these other things. So thank you all for tuning in. If you stuck with it this long, thank you so much. If you like this content and you didn't mind my little emotional breakdown, then by all means, please follow and subscribe, all that jazz. Shout out to all you guys. Puzzles, again, I'm sorry I didn't do this earlier, but let me shout you out personally. Thank you for the sub. I'm so grateful. It was just the timing was really not good. I hope I get your forgiveness. Thank you all for tuning in. All you guys on YouTube, thank you for joining with the ride. But we're not done yet. We now owe it to the chief to see this through to the end. We have to. If we don't, I feel like that's spitting on what the chief did in a weird way. So I don't know. Thank you all for tuning in. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Flip me running, man.